squared plus 7x plus 10 equals 0. So the first thing you want to do is to factorize the quadratic. Obviously, whenever it equals 0 though first, okay? So you factorize the quadratic. So you put bracket, 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 bracket. You should remember how to do this. If you don't know how to do it, again, watch the video. So you're going to put x at the front of both brackets. The two numbers will times together to give you 10, add together to give you 7. So it's going to be plus 5 and plus 2. And that still equals 0. Now here we've got a bracket and we're multiplying by another bracket and we get 0. Now if two things times together to give you 0, one of them has to be 0. For instance, 5 times 0 equals 0. So obviously one of the numbers here has to be 0. So that means that either this bracket is 0 or this bracket is 0. So your first answer, let's have a look at this one. So we've got x plus 5. So we've got x plus 5 equals 0. So that means that x will equal minus 5 by taking 5 away from both sides. Or you could just look at it and say, well, minus 5 plus 5 is 0. Okay, so x is minus 5. This one, obviously, you know the answer is going to be minus 2 because minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So the x would equal minus 2. Alternatively, you could just write plus x plus 2 equals 0 and then solve it to get x equals minus 2. Okay, so the solutions are x equals minus 2 or x equals minus 5. So we've got our two solutions. This time we're going to solve x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. So the first thing is to put your two brackets down, put equals 0, and put x at the front of both of them because we're going to factorize this. So the two numbers will multiply together to give you negative 6 and add together to give you minus 1, minus 1x. So that means it's going to be minus 3 and plus 2. Minus 3 times 2 is minus 6. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. So that means that either x equals 3, because x minus 3 equals 0, so x equals 3, or x equals minus 2, because minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So that means that there are solutions, x equals 3 or x equals minus 2.